Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to work on a table, another table, a different technique for a table. And I'm going to use the easy off oven cleaner method to strip the stain off of this table. So let me show you this table. It's a really cool piece. It's like a tiger oak, but the color is just way too dark for me, and I could easily sand the top of the table. However, I don't feel like it, and I am going to use the easy off oven cleaner technique to do the base, the top, and the leaf of this table. So let me show you. This is the table. Of course, it's that standard kind of dark oak color. It's got really cool claw feet. It's a nice piece, heavy duty, nice piece, but the color is definitely off. Here is the leaf, and so my partner today in this process is 2 cans of heavy duty oven cleaner. So the application is just to apply it. I'm going to let it set for 20 minutes. I'm going to scrub it with warm water dish soap, and then I am going to hose it off, and let's see what we get. So I have done this method a couple of times before, and it actually works really well. You definitely don't want to do it in the sun, in direct sun, and it's just about getting a pretty decent amount of the oven cleaner on the table, or on the wood rather. And then it will start to like turn white. You can kind of see where it's turning white a little bit. And then I just set a timer for like 20 minutes, if you can wait that long. Okay, a little bit of an update. It's been on for like, I would say 10 minutes, but you can really see where the stain is starting to lift. You gotta love something that does the magic for you. But you can see how there's a lot more variation to the table than it was before. So I'm going to patiently let it sit for about 10 more minutes and then start scrubbing. Here she is, dripping wet. But I want to show you, it usually, in my experience, it does not show you like the true lightened color until it's dry. So what I'm going to do is dry it off with a towel, and then I'm going to keep it here in the sun and see what happens. Good morning. So this is day 2 of this table redo. I actually used the oven cleaner yesterday and actually day before yesterday. Needless to say, this table's been drying for 2 days and it is very windy right now. But let me show you where it's at. It does need some sanding, but not as much as it would have needed prior to the oven cleaner. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bleach the wood because it's not quite as light as I'd like it to be. So a couple applications of bleach and we should be good to go. So let me show you where we're at if I don't blow away. Actually, it looks pretty good. Now the leaf, not as much. You know what's always tricky about when you redo tables? The leaves always seem to be a little more challenging. They don't get as much use. They're not the same color as the original table. But look how pretty the wood came down with that oven cleaner. So you can see here I need to do some sanding, and over here I need to do some sanding. But the base looks pretty good. I mean, granted, there'll be a couple spots that I'll sand, but really overall, the base came down really pretty nice. So, and I don't mind a little dimension, so I'm not overly concerned about that. But let me show you the leaf. The leaf didn't really do much. So I'm just probably going to hit that with the sander and see how quickly that will strip down. This actually, with a little bit of sanding, came down really, really good. The challenge is going to be this leaf because it did not really have any effect of that oven cleaner. I mean, just slightly. So I'm going to have to sand the whole thing. Okay, so here the table is completely sanded. It's actually such a pretty wood grain. And then here is the leaf. Wasn't as challenging as I thought. Kind of looks a little blotchy on camera, but it's really not. So now it's just a matter of, I'm gonna do a couple bleach applications. I'm going to wipe the tables down, the tops down, do a couple bleach applications and see how light we can get it. So that is one application on both pieces. I used a concentrated low splash bleach, which I find so much easier to apply. It's similar to like a gel stain, just because you don't get the running, it doesn't run off. So I like that product. So this, I'm gonna let this kind of dry. It's in a little bit of sun here, so hopefully that will dry up, and then we'll see. And I'll probably do a second pass. So here is the table after it's been bleached, after it's been wiped down, and I think that it's a great starting place. What I'm going to do now is I am going to, I think, put an aged oak stain on the skirting and on the base and around the rim, and then just seal the top. So I think the top is beautiful. My shop dog would agree. And I think that that stain, that weathered stain, is really pretty on the base. So I am just thinking I'm going to wax the top. So I'm going to use Annie Sloan's Clear Wax, which is this. And I am going to go over this whole piece. Now this will be a little bit darker initially, but it is definitely going to dry without any yellowing, which is exactly what I want after this whole process of bleaching this. So this wax, I will do a couple of coats and then let it sit overnight, and then you can buff it. Well, that is it. This table is complete, and I have to say, it is so pretty. So pretty. Now granted that the wax is still a little damp, so it will continue to lighten up, but it's no longer red, no longer that 1980s, I guess 70s maybe with this table finish. It is beautiful oak with awesome grain and just a really pretty blonde. Let me show you the base, which I think turned out just as nice. It's a really nice wood neutral, not a stain. You can still see all of the grain and the details. So I did end up going with that Wood Effects in Minwax, which is a weathered gray look over kind of the dimension that was already there. You can probably see here a little bit better what that came out as. And it's just a little bit darker, but neutral, zero red, which is exactly what I wanted, is a zero red. So really a very pretty finish, just in time for Thanksgiving. So that is another table on this channel in the books. I am excited. I think these tables, you know, so many times you can find them on Marketplace, are really inexpensive because people just don't know what to do with them. But with a little time and a little elbow grease, they can be made to look brand new in your decor, and they are built to last. So whether you're painting it or you're using oven cleaner, bleach, and sanding, whatever you're doing to get a new look on a table, do it because it's worth it. You have a gorgeous result and you really can't go wrong with putting the time and the effort in. So thank you. If you like this video, consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel so I can give you more videos. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, and happy Thanksgiving.